Okay. In today's session, what we are going to see is about the distinct. Okay. So just a minute, I will share my screen. Please let me know if the screen is visible. Is visible or not? Please raise your hand. Okay, good. So in today's session, what we are going to see is distinct and distinct on. Okay. So distinct and distinct on is nothing but in order to eliminate all the duplicate rows. Okay. It will remove all the duplicate rows from the result set. And it will take one row, it will keep just one row from each group of duplicates. Okay, from each group of, for example, if I am having, see in our example, we are having rice, pulses, oil, like this, right? Rices has been repeated 3 times, for example. Pulses has been repeated 4 times. Oil has been repeated 5 times, like that. Each and every category got repeated n number of times, right? So this distinct, okay, this distinct, what this will do is, if I give distinct column one is nothing but, consider in our example, the column one is here, the column which I'm going to give is the item group or item, anything. So if I'm giving item, and you can able to give any number of columns, item, comma, item group, comma, value, any number of columns you can able to give. So if I am giving this item as an distinct column from the table name, what is my table name? My invoice details or anything. So it will take, okay, it will take the each item, okay, first occurrence of each item. It will take only one rice, okay. It will take only one pulse. It will take only one oil. Okay, from the each occurrence, one row, it keep one row from each group of duplicates. Okay, you can use that list of columns or a single column with the distinct class. Okay, we will see one example with respect to this, so that only you can able to understand. So we will do one example with respect to this. Okay, see here, for example, I'm taking the item master. So in this item master, we are having some, okay, we will take this item group. As I said, the rice occurrence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 occurrence are there, right? The oil occurrence, there are 4 oil occurrence are there, and which pulses, right? So all these are we are having. And also with respect to the rate also we are having for each and every items. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to select distinct item group. Okay, if I give like this from the item master, from item master. Hope the spelling is correct. Yes, item master. If I give like this, what it will do is it will give me all the okay, where is the PSQL? Okay, need to open. I will open the Postgres shell. I'm going to connect. Again, I'm opening PSQL. So here I have connected. Now I'm going to connect it with my database. With our database, what is the name of our database? /c nm _db class, right? So now I have connected with my database. Inside the database, what are all the relationship we are having? See here, this many of the relationship we are in, which means these are all the tables, right? So this many of the tables we have created and executed. So here what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to use the same distinct select item group. You can see here, select distinct item group from the item master. If I give like this, it will gives me, you can see here, it will gives me each and every, it kept the each and every, for every group, it kept one row. Okay, it of one row kept for each group of duplicates. You can list those column or a single column with a distinct class. Okay, I have given this column. Okay, so it will brings me all the distinct column, all the distinct values from this. One rice, one oil, one vegetable, and one pulses. It will brings me. So what if when I want to give more than one column? So I want to give rate also, and the rate should be ordered with order by, and this particular thing should be ordered with respect to the rate. I wish to order it with respect to the rate. Okay, and the rate is by default it will take the descending. You can see here we did the ordering and it brings all the with respect to the oil, which see you can see here, with respect to the veg min, we have changed all these things. Hope you guys remember, we have changed all this veg to veg min in the below some range of below 50, I think we have changed. Before 2 weeks class, we have changed with respect to some condition. We have changed the half of the veg columns to veg min, I think, right? While doing some query, let us check the next from item master. You can see here, this is the item master table. So we are having, you can see here, the oil rate and everything got changed. We have did some process with respect to this. And also we have changed veg to veg min, and we have changed the rate also. Right? Veg min, we have changed the rate also. And for oil also, we have changed the rate. Right? So this is not the same data set which we are having in the Postgres. We did some processing there. So that only it's giving the data, giving the result like this. So what this distinct will do is, for each and every combination, you can see here, for the rice and the rate combination, it will take the rice and rate combination. Similarly, rice and this rate. Similarly, for the this rice and this rate. If this rice and this rate is getting repeated 2 times, rice 35 is getting repeated one more time, then it will ignore that particular duplicate column and it will take only one time only. So that is what we are doing in the combination of, while using the distinct in the combination of more than one column. This is how the query will react for the distinct. Okay, so this will take the combination of veg and 50. Similarly, the pulses 90. So for all those combination, okay, you can see here veg min got repeated 4 times, right? With respect to these two columns, item group and rate, it got repeated 4 times. For the vegetable 3, 4, 5, 6, we didn't take this item, but we take only item group and rate, right? So this got repeated 4 times. So see here, you can see here what happened. Which mean has come only one time in the result set. Okay, it eliminate the combination of these two things. The combination of these two columns should be unique. Like that, should eliminate the duplicate of for that particular column. The combination of these two columns, it will eliminate the duplicate and it will get the occurrence of the only one. It will keep only one row for the each group of duplicates. Okay, here you can see the Wedgman. It kept the only one occurrence of the duplicate, right? It occurred 4 times. It kept only one occurrence of the duplicate with respect to these two columns. Okay, this is how we are going to proceed with the distinct. This is how the distinct will react. Okay, similarly, select. So we will take the distinct column with respect to distinct column with respect to UMO. UMO is nothing but unit of measure, I think. UOM, right? UOM. So with respect to UOM and what to say, this rate. Okay, these two things we are going to do it. So it should be order with respect to rate. Okay, that is fine. So you can see here, even though the kg is getting repeated, my rate, okay, my rate differs this many times. So here you can see 25 is getting repeated 4 times. So it takes 25 in kg as only one time, and it eliminated the duplicates. Okay, it got eliminated all the kind of duplicates. And with respect to the rate and unit of measure, it has displayed. Okay, for the liter, this many of the mm, unique rows we are having. With respect to the kg, this many of values we are having. So like that we can able to analyze. Okay, so this is the use of distinct. Hope you guys understood this. You can able to give only one row, or sorry, only one column. Either it can be a combination of more than two columns also. Okay, so this is with respect to the distinct. The combination of two or more columns will gives you the distinct value. It will eliminate the duplicates and will gives you the distinct value. Okay, this is with respect to the distinct. Okay, now we are moving on. So hope you guys understood all these things. If you have any doubts, please let me know. Do you have any doubts, or shall we move on to the next topic? Please raise your hand or give thumbs up. Shall we move on to the next topic? Yes or no? Are you guys listening or not? Shall we move on to the next topic? Is my voice is audible? Is my voice audible? Is my voice audible or not? So the next topic we are going to see is distinct on. Okay, so you can see the major difference between distinct and distinct on is, so with respect to this distinct on, when you have similar group of, when you have a similar grouping of data like this, you can see the similar grouping of, just a minute. When you have a similar group of data like this, rice, pulses, oil, so similar grouping of data like this, if you are having some sales table for some automobile shop, like say mobiles, TV, or anything like that, mobile, so something like this. Okay, so if you are having similar group of data like this, and if you want to do some groupings, and if you want to select one record from each group, okay, based on the particular ordering, then you can use the distinct on. Okay, for now it will be quite confusing for you people. Okay, so take one example. You are having some data set like this, okay, or a TV, mobile like this. You are having some sale data set with respect to this, okay. So you want to see for each, okay, for each TV. I will take this everything in the notepad. This is not comfortable for me. See, if you want to see how many, okay, how many TVs got sold on some, okay, how many TVs for the particular brand of TV or a particular brand of mobile, it got, so what is the last sale, okay, what is the last sale, last sale date of particular TV brand from sale table, okay. So from the sale table, you have to know, see, what is the last sale date of the particular TV brand. So consider you are having some TV brands like Onida, LG, Samsung. So like this, okay. So for this particular Onida, it got sold during 2020 itself. They have stopped the sale, okay. And while doing this is your consider this is your sale table, okay. Consider this is your sale table, and you are having the data like date, okay. And this is the gadgets name, or a name of the product, name of product, right. So next thing is what you are going to do is, consider this is the value of sale, okay. So a rate of sale, rate of the product or anything, okay, rate of the product, right. And the next thing is the discount. So consider you are having one table like this, okay. So the date of Onida, okay, date of the Onida TV got sold, the last sold, okay. Until then, for from 2019, 2018, and all, it got sold, okay. But the sale has stopped for this particular TV on 2020 itself. So LG, we got last sale on recent last 1 month. Okay, so the last month the date should be 23/02 and 23. So this is the last sale by one customer. Okay, some customer has bought this LG TV on last month. So similarly for Samsung, the last date is today. So what I had entered 23/03/23. So this is the last sale date of all this product. So this is this got entered in the priority of date. Name of the product is called Onida, and similarly the name of the product is called LG and Samsung. So at this order, you got a table like this. Okay, you got a table like this. Just a minute. I'll be back. Just a Okay, sorry for the interrupt. And now what I am going to do is, so I want, okay, I want what is the last sale date of that particular TV brand, all the TV brand, not the particular TV brand, all TV brand. Okay, what I need is Onida. So the last sale is some date 02 02 2020. And similarly for LG, so there are many dates. Okay, there are many dates will be present. Among that, what I want is this last date is the thing which I want. So similarly for all the other kind of products. Okay, so this is the output I need. So we will have all the kind of dates. Excuse. Like this. With respect to the TV, I need with respect to the all group of products and their last sale. So we used to have in this kind of table, we used to have all daily sale data, right? So for each for LG alone, we will have the date. Okay, we will have the date from for the consider you are saving the sale table for the past 2 years means you will have all the dates with respect to the 2 years. All the dates will be stored with respect to this product. Similarly for Samsung. So what I want is, so in this particular table I want to do the grouping of Onida, LG, Samsung, and I want to fetch the, okay, I want to fetch the latest date of the product. Okay, latest date of the product. Okay, so in order to get that, what we will do, using the normal grouping, you will do some grouping and you will do the max of, you will get the max of date, and that particular thing will come. So the same thing we can able to achieve it using the distinct on also. Okay, the same thing we can get, for example, select if you are having some data like this, distinct on. Okay, so here in the distinct on, what we need to do, in the distinct on I need the name of the product, okay, and the date. So these two things are necessary, right? So similarly, comma, and what else I need? What else I need? So the rate of the product, if you want, then you can keep it. Otherwise, just ignore it. Okay. So I don't want any other thing. Just these two columns is enough. From what is the table name? Sale table. Like that. If you are having some table, then I need to do order by the same two things. Okay, if you do like this, okay, if you do like this, what it does is it will do the ordering. Okay, it will do the ordering. The ordering is very much important, and you can see here I'm doing the order by in the descending order. Okay, so you can see here the ordering done in the descending order, which means my date, all the date got arranged in the descending order, which means the which means the 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 closest date, which means the date. For example, if your product got sold today, the latest date. Okay, so it got arranged in the form of latest date to old date. Okay, so it got arranged in that manner. So what happened? All the dates, all the old dates gone below, and the latest date will comes first while doing the arranging with respect to the date. So I will get the LG 2023 is the latest date, and Samsung 2023 is the latest date, right? So for all the product, what I did was this distinct on will get the automatically, it will do the what are all the things the distinct will do. right? The distinct will get the one row kept from each group of the duplicates. Same thing the distinct on will also do. Okay, when you have the similar grouping of the data and you want to select one record from each group based on the particular ordering. Okay, so here we have ordered it as a descending order, and I want to get one data particularly from the every product. Okay, from the every product, product of the grouping. So it will do the grouping. Okay, so it will do the grouping and it will get only one product, and the latest product will be given at this time. Okay, so we will do the try to do the queries with respect to our data. Okay, our invoice data. So now what I want to do is I want the highest rate sold. Okay, I want to fetch the highest rate sold in invoice details for each item in item master. So this is my requirement. Okay. So what I want to do is for each and every item 1, item 2, item 3, oil, pulse. So for all these items, I want to get what is the highest sale. Please note my point. What is the highest sale for each item means this particular one or three, or sorry, this particular item ID 1, 2, 3. So everything we have mentioned it here. 1 represents item 1, 2 represents item 2, 3 represents item 3, right? So this particular items got sold many times, right? So you can see here 1 got sold for how many times? This particular item 1 got sold for nearly, you can see here it ends here. Nearly 800 times this particular item got sold. So from this 800, okay, so you can see from this 800. So from this 800 items, what I want is I want to fetch the highest rate. I want to fetch the highest rate of this particular item. Okay. So what is the highest rate? What I can do is I don't want to go for each and every item, just go and search like this in the Excel. No, it is not going to happen in the Postgres. Okay. So for each item, similarly for item 2, you can see here. We have seen for item 1. Similarly for item 2, see it got sold this many times. So among this, what is the highest? Similarly for item 3. Among 3, what is the highest? Highest rate. So in order to do that, what we are going to do is we are going to join these two tables. Okay, we are going to join these two tables and we are going to apply the distinct on. Okay, using the distinct on and order by, we are going to achieve the same thing. And also the same thing can be achieved using the group by also. So I will tell that thing also. Okay, select distinct on. Okay, select distinct on what? So see, you can see there are two tables which I'm going to join. So I will just give the two table at first. So what is the first table I'm going to join is from item master. So I'll keep M as an alias name for the item master. I'm going to join invoice details as D. Okay. So what is the relationship between these two tables? See here, what is the relationship between these two tables? So it is item ID, right? The same item ID which we have given in the primary key foreign key relationship. So my D dot item ID should be equal to m dot item id. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going for the distinct term. So in this distinct term, what I'm going to do, I dot item id. So I want to find the distinct column for the item id and for the items, right? You can see here. With respect to the items only, I need to find the rate, right? I dot item. The same thing which I'm going to give in the outside of distinct term also. This is the syntax. Okay. And also what I need is I want to fix the maximum rate, right? The rate should be come from the invoice details, right? So here I have given I. So what I want is I dot d dot values or value as highest. Okay, so this is the highest value, highest rate or highest value it got sold. Okay, I will keep this as an as highest. This is an alias name which I'm going to give. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the order by. So in this order by, what I'm going to do, I'm going to order these two items with respect to the item ID and sale only. I need to do the ordering, but also please note this point. But also what I want is I want to see the highest rate sold. So if I do the ordering with respect to the value, okay, if I do the ordering with respect to the value, what it will give is it will arrange all my values in the descending order. Okay, greater to higher. Then the distinct on will fetch the latest item, latest item. For example, if my item 1 got sold for 300, sorry, 3000. Same item 1 got sold for again 5000. Okay, same item 1 got sold for 2000. Okay, this is how it got arranged. So if I arrange this in the descending order, what will happen? So this 5000 will comes here, right? This 5000 will comes here, and then 3000 and then 2000, right? This is how the order will be. So from this, okay, from this particular, similarly we can do it for, so similarly it will do it for all the items. Similarly for item 2, item 2, similarly for item 3. So what are all the items we have present inside the, okay, for item 3. So this is how the distinct on will react. So first of all, it will do the grouping for all the items. And for each group, okay, and for each group, it will arrange. For each group, what it will do? It will arrange in the descending order. And it will take the distinct on will take the first, you can see here, first item from the first group. And also first item from the second group. And the first item from the third group. Okay, so this is how my output should be. This is my output. Okay, it will take the first item from the first group after arranging. Okay, after arranging. So this is my table. Consider this is my table. Okay, this will arrange like this, 2000, 3000, like that. It will arrange for each and every group in the table. Okay, so what it will do is it will take the first item after arranging. It will take after arranging in the descending order. It will take the first item in the first group, first item in the second group, first item in the third group, like that it will take. So my output will be like this. Okay. So let us see. For each item ID, we have taken. Okay. So I need to change the thing as I. Okay. I, and this is D, and yeah, now it's correct. You can see here these many items we are having. Okay, for the item 1, 4000 is the highest value which got sold. Okay, among all these things, you can see among all these things, you can see for one is the item 1, right? Among all these things, among all these one, okay, it will group the item 1, and among all this amount, what is the highest? 4000. Okay, so among all this amount, 4000 is the highest. Similarly for item 2, 5000 is the highest. Similarly for item 3, 5200 is the highest. Oil 1, 12,000 is the highest value got sold. Okay, in the invoice table, invoice detail table. Hope you guys understood the concept of distinct on. Okay, so I will show you how to do the same thing by using the group by. Okay, I'm going to use the same thing, the same query. Okay, same query. I'm not using any distinct on and all. I'm going to just delete all these things and delete all these things. Okay, these are all the items and value as the highest value from I, and join. I'm joining these two things from the thing, and here what I'm going to do is, here I need the max of. Okay, so max of the value. What this will brings me? So it will find the maximum of. It will find the maximum of among each and every group. Okay, for group 1, it will find the maximum value. Okay, similarly for the second one, second item, it will brings me the maximum of value. So unless until I the group by, it will not do. So here group by, what are the two things which I need to do the grouping? These are the two things which I need to do the grouping. Okay, with respect to item ID and the item. So now you can see what is going to happen. The same output, we will get the same output. What happened? D. Okay, this is D value. Just my cursor. Okay. Oh, okay. So here I have to mention the highest value, not the D dot value. Okay. So highest value is the alias name which I have given. In the distinct term, you need to give this D value only, because with respect to the directly it will goes to the column and it will do the order by. But here after doing the max of function only, after assigning the I'm assigning the alias name, and it will take only the alias name. Okay. We can see here the same output we are getting using the group by and max of. So you can either do it in this way, distinct on, or using the group by also you can able to do it. Okay. So for the next thing, what we are going to do is, we need to display the occurrence of, okay, we will merge with respect to the date. Okay, we will do one more query with respect to this date. So what I want is, I want to display the first occurrence of each invoice ID, or the last occurrence of each invoice ID. What is the latest last date that my item got sold? We have did it in, for example, problem, right? Here for TV, mobile and all we did, right? So what is the last occurrence or latest occurrence? Latest occurrence of each invoice ID. We will take invoice ID with respect to the invoice date. Okay. So we will do this by merging these two tables, invoice details and master table. Okay. We will try to do this. So I will take the same query. So not this one. Let me try to change the same query with respect to the. So I don't want the item master, right? What I want is invoice master. I want invoice master. Okay. What I want to do in the distinct on is I want to do the distinct on with respect to the invoice ID, right? For this invoice ID, for each and every invoice ID, I want to search the distinct on, right? See here it is a invoice ID and here is the multiple occurrence of invoice ID. So for each invoice ID, it will do the grouping, right? INV ID. So in the invoice details, so I need to change it as a D. Okay. So distinct on invoice ID. So okay, invoice ID alone is enough for me. So okay, I have copy pasted the invoice ID. And what else I need? You can see here, I need to do it with respect to the date, right? So I want to display the date. So date is coming from I dot INV date. Okay. So if I want to display the value, yes, you can able to display the value, and we will take the date wise value also. That is also fine. Okay. What is the latest date which got sold with respect to the what is the value? We can able to see that also. We will keep this value. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to join these two tables with respect to P dot invoice ID, right? Invoice ID and with respect to I dot invoice ID, right? So here in the order by, what are all the things you are giving in the distinct on? It should be comes in the same order as an order by. Okay, invoice ID with respect to invoice ID and the value. It is as per your wish. If you want to do it with the value, then you can able to do. Okay, that's all I think. We will try to execute this. You can see here, this is the latest date for this particular one invoice ID. This is the latest date. Okay, it got sold and it got sold for this particular invoice ID has been purchased for this amount. Okay, similarly for a two, this is the latest date they have visit our store and they have purchased it for this amount. So likewise, for each and every invoice ID, okay, for each and every invoice ID, you can, if you are having some customer table and you are having some relationship between the customer table and invoice table, then you can make a link of it and you can see the customer wise also. So here we didn't have any customer table. We will consider this invoice as a customer. Okay. So for this particular 9 invoice ID, they have visited the store at this uh, at this date. This is the last date they have visited, and they have purchased for this amount. Okay. So like that, you can able to get it for all the invoice IDs. Okay, with respect to date and values. If you don't want to do it with the ordering with the value, then you can just do it like this and the ordering will goes. with respect to the date alone. Okay. See here, the ordering goes with the date alone. So with respect to the date alone, this particular invoice ID, okay, for this particular invoice ID, and what is the latest date of visit? 2020, 11/20, and he got purchase, and he got some items for this number of value. Okay. So like this, you can able to see with respect to the invoice ID and the date. What is their invoice ID and what is their last visiting date for the store, for our store. Okay. So this is how you need to do it with respect to the distinct on. Okay. I will give you two exercise with respect to this distinct on. Okay. I will stop the screen share now and I will stop the recording also. Rajesh, can we stop?